Welcome back, fellow creators. Today, we're going to give you some advice if you're struggling with your meditation or struggling to keep a positive mindset. Now, I know it can be difficult when I say think positively, don't think negative thoughts, because let's face it, 90% of our thoughts are negative, and sometimes we tend to focus on the negative thoughts. What I mean by the negative thoughts are looking at past events or occurrences, focusing on the stress, the worry, the issues that are occurring right now. And sometimes it feels almost overwhelming to get over those obstacles. To say, hey, I know it sounds easy, think positively, but can I really do it? Is it really possible? Well, here is Dr. Joe Dispenza on how to overcome those negative thinking obstacles and move forward.
If the word meditation means become familiar with, right?
Yes.
Then, people say, oh, well, you shouldn't focus on the negative. Well, really? That's 95% of who you are. And you got to begin to dismantle or denature that old personality. And that means you're going to have to come up against the cravings that the body has emotionally. Like it's 8 o'clock in the morning and you're doing your meditation, you're normally in traffic and you want to get angry and your body's going, hey, you're off schedule. So let me just find something that's mapped in the brain that I'll bring up a past experience why you can feel a little anger. Well, now once you become aware of that, now the game is on, right?
Yes.
Because now you're working to become conscious of that and not go unconscious again. And it takes an incredible amount of awareness.
Yes.
It takes a great amount of consciousness, and you can't have consciousness without energy. So you got to raise your energy in order to get to it. Otherwise, you're going to be consumed.
Yes.
You're going to return back, right? So if you start becoming familiar, so conscious of those unconscious thoughts, they would never slip by your mind unchecked by you. Now, that is when you really catch yourself, right? And the research shows that you can get better at this. You could actually sense the thought before it comes. So then you start firing and wiring new thoughts. You start thinking to yourself, who am I going to be when I open my eyes? Well, how am I going to make a difference in the world today? Who am I going to be? How am I going to love? How am I going to give? How am I going to serve? How am I going to contribute? What things do I want to really do today? And in the act of closing your eyes and just thinking about and rehearsing what you're going to do, your brain doesn't know the difference. And if you get caught up in it, you begin to install the neurological hardware in your brain to look like you've already done it. Now the brain's no longer a record of the past. Now it's a map to the future. You are priming your brain, and if you keep doing it, the hardware will become a software program. You know what that means? You just might start acting like a happy person. Well, there's no surprise there. You installed the circuits. Stress hormones arouse the body, so you have your attention on your body. Stress hormones alert the brain, so you're aware of everything in your environment, like an octopus with tentacles in all different directions. You got to control and predict everything in your life. And if you're living by the hormones of stress, you're always investing your attention and energy into the known future based on the past. So you're on a line of time here, in a timeline. So then, let's think about it. How are you going to make thought more real than anything else? How are you going to create from thought? Well, let's close our eyes. Let's disconnect from the environment. Less sensory information coming into the brain, less distraction, as you said. Let's play some soft music in the background. Let's stick some earplugs in our ear, whatever you want to do. Diminish sensory. But now you're sitting down. You're not eating. You're not tasting. You're not smelling. You're not feeling. So there's less sensory input coming to your body. So then now your brainwaves begin to change. They start slowing down, and you move from this beta brainwave pattern where you're aware that you have a body in space and time, or your attention is on the outer world, or your senses are giving you information. Less sensory information. Now your inner world starts becoming more real than the outer world, and you're not the voice in your head that's always talking to you. As your brainwaves change, you start seeing in images and pictures and symbols, and less in that vocalization, that sub-vocalization. So your brainwaves start changing the alpha. You're going to start creating, start dreaming, pretending, right? So then, if you say to your body, you're going to sit down for an hour, and I know you're on a program because you wake up every morning and do the exact same thing, and now I'm going to make you sit, just like say to an animal. You sit. You stay, and your body's going to say, I'm going to die, my bladder's going to explode, I need a coffee, I got a lot of emails to do. That's the program. And you say to your body, today we do battle. Today, this is it. And you sit through that and you make your way, even though your body's trying to get up and you keep settling it back down. I'm telling you, When you start your day that day, you will be more kind, more loving, less judgmental, more patient, more present, because you're mastering the present moment. That means you're not in the predictable future. You're not in the familiar past. You're mastering time. And so then, if where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and all of your attention is in the present moment, you've got a lot of energy to do amazing things. And you know when someone's present with you in your life because they're paying attention to you.
Welcome back, fellow creators. So I hope that gave you some good insights. And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, when we're running on these habits, feelings, and thoughts, they start to become part of the program, and we are governed by that program. We're governed by our old habits, our old thoughts and feelings, because they're all working subconsciously and we don't even notice them. Now, what we have to do is rewire our brain and create a new program, one that helps us think positively and move forward. But here's the challenge. If you're not aware of these habits, these subconscious feelings and thoughts, they're difficult to change, almost impossible. So what we have to do is be consciously aware of them. Now, I know this can be difficult, and I even fall short of this myself, to be consciously aware of these habits, these thoughts, these feelings. But what we really have to do is center in on them, be aware of them. And while we're conscious of these thoughts, these feelings, these old habits that are coming up, we can start to rewire our brain, just like we would rewire a circuit or rewire an electronic device. So guys, I hope that really helped, and I know it's tough, but I would like to know, how are you guys doing with being aware of your habits, your thoughts, your feelings? Let me know. So be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, and leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.